Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to be discussing my unpopular American Girl of the Year opinions. This is specific to the Girl of the Year line, and I have a few thoughts here. You will see my dolls. So, let's start with the first. I have 5 opinions I'm going to be sharing in this video. My first opinion is Luciana is one of the meat outfit is really aesthetically pleasing, and I really like it. A lot of people don't like it, and I really do. I think it's a well executed one, and I do not think that's too juvenile or ugly like some people do. Specifically, some specific larger AG tubers. I think her story is really well thought out and really well done, and she deserves more credit than she gets for being such a good doll. My next opinion is going to be Leah Clark has should have been half of a minority group. She honestly could have been any, but specifically Brazilian. I would have liked it if one of her parents, maybe, was a Brazilian immigrant and it was like their homeland that they visit and they want to keep it safe. Because it would also explain her looks a bit more. And I would really have preferred that plot line, because she's basically just a white girl with a tan who's saving the animals, and it's like, she looks vaguely ethnic. She should be ethnic. She should have been to begin with. I feel like they missed a good opportunity. So, at least, that's just my view on things. My next opinion number 3, is Grace Thomas is a character that also potentially should have had something to her story that was either, I would have liked it if like a lot of people were theorizing back in like 2014, late 2014, that she actually had a disability. Personally, I think it would have been interesting to make her have some kind of like canonical something, like they did with Joss or Gabriella as a character. And I think that it just would have been cool if they had done something along those lines. Now, what in particular would have given her, I don't know, to be honest. But I think I liked the idea of a wheelchair-bound one, but that would be a lot of money, specifically in the collection. But I would have liked the idea if they had introduced something, either an intellectual disability or a physical one. I think it would have really helped with her story and helped further the representation, you know? Opinion number 4. Of the Girl of the Years, Kanani doesn't have the strongest story from what I'm aware of. And Kanani is not my favorite. I do not have Kanani as my favorite Girl of the Year, like everyone else and their sister and their brother and every family member they have. I feels like there's such this, Kanani is the best, Kanani is the prettiest. I like that she's a doll of color, don't get me wrong. But I really feel like she should have been a Pacific Islander to begin with, number 1. I'm not saying there shouldn't have been Asian representation. I'm saying we should have done an Asian doll, like 2012 specifically. That Girl of the Year should have been Asian. Next is, and the next point I have towards the Kanani one is, a lot of people see her as a pretty face with no personality. Tell me how many times you've seen Kanani described as anything other than pretty. Like, someone mentioned her personality or story at least. I had to look up her story to know about it. Unlike certain dolls where it's really like everyone mentions that as a part of the story. Everyone mentions it with Joss when she's Joss Kendrick when they mention her. So why not Kanani? And I'd say my main issue is I think she's overpriced on eBay for what she is, to be honest. And her hair is hard to maintain. I know a lot of people really like long stylable hair, but I'm okay with a doll that you can't really do many styles with. Like, I would have to do extra styles on McKenna's hair. I would have to take it out. And I'm okay with it being this way. It's really pretty and well done. It's a really good wig. So I don't think that basically Kanani's overrated is my point. And point number 5 is Gabriella McBride is one of the, despite the quality issues of the time and the fact that she had a poorly done collection, is one of the most important girl of the years that people overlook because there's so many more controversies going on at the time. But I think she really stands for something important. Personally, I think Gabriella stands for, well, first of all, like equality. She was the first black girl of the year in the line. She was the main character of it. She wasn't even like a best friend or anything. And she is just a really important character to those with a stutter because I've known people with a stutter and they are often made fun of or laughed at or called stupid or slow. And it's not good that people would view someone that way, especially a child. It's just really unfair. And I like that they bring light to the fact that she has it and how she copes with it and how she works with it. And I think they just did a really interesting job with her story. Second of all, with Miss Gabriella, I'm pretty sure she wasn't really supposed to be the girl of the year, but when they did the practice leaks, Tenny was actually supposed to be the girl of the year. And Tenny is clearly more girl of the year designed. She had the custom earrings, she had a really well set up story. So actually her story is kind of boring, but they put a lot more work into Tenny than they did Miss Gabby. And I think Gabriella deserved more and better. So my popular opinion with her is that she's actually a really good girl of the year that people just don't give enough credit for, and that she's underrated. So, and that she's just more important than people will acknowledge. If you have any unpopular girl of the year opinions, tell me them. I mean, I'm always up to hear it. Also, if you share any of my opinions or not, that's fine. And a quick little tidbit, Luciana's hair streak is fine and it's beautiful. I like it. It's well blended into her hair and they did a good job. Bye. Subscribe to my channel, like and comment if you feel so generous. And I'll see you later.